Hey guys, welcome to this training video, and here I'm gonna share with you one of the most powerful way to increase your Google page speed ranking. And as you know, nowadays Google page speed is like the thing that everybody's talking about it. And if you don't have a good ranking in there, then your website is not going to show up in the search result. To help you with that problem, I'm going to share with you this one trick that you're going to be blown away, and it is so easy to implement. So let's see how does Google page ranking works. In a nutshell, what they do is they want you to load all of your JavaScript at the end of it, rather than as the one page loads. Like for example, the page that we are currently looking at is just a plain Jane page. So if I look at the source code, so if I just right click in Google Chrome and view the page source, and then what Google wants you to do is just load this first, and any of the JavaScript that is required, they want you to load it at the end of the body, because Google doesn't want to wait for external script to be loaded or whatnot, because they want their user to see the results right away and not wait. To help you with that problem, or rather solve that problem for you, what I did was I created a function called include once. So what that does is, so let me bring up my little Sublime text here. So I'll show you what it does. And let me just minimize this a little bit. All right, so here we go. So before I actually do that, let me just do this so you can see it side by side. So if I refresh this page, it just looks very plain Jane. There's nothing special about it. It looks plain. And that's how Google wants to see it when your page loads up. However, once it's fully loaded up, what you can do is you can jazz it up, make it look pretty and all fancy and all that stuff. So how do you do that is, once your page is fully loaded, you can say, hey, use this function, and basically what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to load external libraries such as your JavaScript or any other CSS that is out there on your local server or on your content delivery network, one of them being CDNJS. So basically, how do you use this function? And obviously, you don't have to worry about writing all this code down right now. I will provide the link in the description where you could just literally just copy this function and then paste it anywhere you want in your project. So I'm going to uncomment this out. So what I'm doing is I'm including this library. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL that they give you, or if you're using a different content delivery network, you can use that, or if you have it locally on your server, you can use that library URL and plug it right in here. So once you include that in here, I'm going to just save it and then hit refresh. And now our page looks a lot better. And you're like, wait a minute, Mark, that's nothing really changed. But if you look at the source code, it will show up here, right? So if I refresh it, normally you have your JavaScript library or CSS library here to the Google's page search engine bot. The library got never loaded. However, if we look at the inspect element, where everything happens when the search engine gets look at the thing, or when your DOM is fully loaded, and look at the header part of it here, and here you'll see this is my script and this is where I'm including it. So having said that, this is very easy and most powerful way to include it. And obviously what you want to do is you can include it in your DOM ready. So in other words, what this function does is, this is just your regular plain Jane JavaScript function. You do not need a jQuery in here or anything like that. So you can just copy this part and just dump it in here. What this function does is, it says on load part. What that does is like, hey, it will wait for your whole page to be loaded. And once it's completely loaded, then it's going to include or call anything that's in here. This will also help you in your Google page ranking. And then also it will help you in your page to show up on higher search results. So hopefully this will help you. Give it a whirl and If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And also, if you want more helpful tips, don't forget to check out the website. It's called codewithmark.com. Once again, the website is codewithmark.com. Until next time, happy coding.